Hello, my name is Fisher Tate, and I am a private detective. It had been a long day of hard... Oh, dang it! I stink at coloring inside the lines. Anyways, it had been a long day, but little did I know today would have been my most important case yet.
Oh my gosh, my husband's supposed to be murdered!
It was a woman. She had said her husband had just been murdered. She wanted me to follow her.
Come on!
As I examined the crime scene, I noticed a gun laying next to the dead man. It seemed to have a smudge on one side. Dark. May have been some dirt. I looked at the wound. Oh, it was ugly. There seemed to have been no fingerprints or evidence that someone was here, but I knew this was no normal suicide. Oh, okay. I have to go write this down. It was the end of the day. I had just come out of the bathroom when something occurred to me. Something about that wound was odd. I needed to write down what I had examined. No pencils in here. Any pencils? No. I checked my desk. No pencils. Oh wait, here's one. Okay. There seemed to have been a drawing next to the wound. It seemed like a smiley face, almost, but it had an oddly shaped thing above where the nose should be. It had a dark line like this. I needed to find out what that was. I was walking down the street the next day when I noticed an odd man in the corner. He had a large top hat on, and I got a glimpse of his face right before he covered it. I decided to ignore him, focusing on the case. I decided to return to the victim's wife. Oh my gosh, I'm dying. And she was just sobbing. It was hard to get an answer out of her, but I decided to ask her some questions. All I heard out of her was sobbing responses. Nothing. Though distraught, I decided to ask her some more. She seemed to have calmed down a little bit, but then she started sobbing again. I asked her one more question. Do you think he had any enemies? The response I got out of this was shocking. She said, there was one. She had said he would wear hats, specifically top hats, and he would always bully her husband. Except one day, her husband was the boss of him, so her husband fired the top hat man. Satisfied with this information, I decided to be gone. I decided to record this in my loggings. She said there was top hats. The men would wear top hats. Where had I seen that before? Top hats. It was on the tip of my tongue, but I just couldn't figure it out. Top hats. And then it struck me. It was the man. I had to go see him again.